Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so we're going to continue with our project. I think that we already finished all the materials, all the PR materials. Now it's time to bake all the everything in textures. Let's find a strategy. First, I am going to start like saving the materials, of course, because I'm going to reuse them in another in the other assets, in the other assets, and also I'm going to show you the strategy right now. We're going to explain, okay? Please remember, if you are new, help me subscribing to the channel. That's totally free. Give a like, share this content with others, leave a comment, please. Let me know if you want to share where are you from, what kind of if you are starting with 3D, what kind of things you would like to see in the channel. And also, if you want to support my work, remember that you have super stickers, super chat, super thanks, memberships, gifts. Remember that we create one goal. The goal is simple, just one single super chat, and I will deliver the PBR file. You choose the material, you can select wood, you can choose between wood, the brass, the rusty iron, all the materials, or one of all the materials that we just created, okay? So yes, you have different, and I will create a step-by-step video. I'm going to share that for everyone in the community, in the Discord server, and then I am going to create a step-by-step video, okay? So let's get started. Today we should start doing the baking process, but first we need to check all the textures, okay? And then we're going to be saving. The other thing that I want to try is to take the frontal door from the building, because it is already in the place. Why I am trying to do that? Because remember that we are using object. So if I use here where it is in the center, let's say in the world origin position, if I start baking there, you can see that I am using the object in the connection, in the output. That means that all the materials are going to have like the same texture, so I want them to have different details, because this is PBR. So the object plays with the position, with the location, with the rotation, with the scale too, but scale is already applied, so we don't have problem with that. But we need to fix the other ones, and that's why I want to play with the position. So when I bring the frontal door from the final file, the one with the building, I'm going to erase everything, of course, and just leave the cube. Then move my cube, that everything is attached to the cube. I'm going to move my cube, put it in there, in the cube, in the other cube, and then you're going to see how the details of the materials are going to change. That is a strategy that I'm going to follow. But I need to, no problem, because I'm going to apply everything. The cube is going to be the parent, so the parent is, we're not going to have problems with the parent. Let's see, that is a strategy. I never tried this before, but let's see how this is going to look. And yes, the other way is to change the settings here, the position in the what is the name of this one? I just forgot the name of that node. That input. I'm going to I can change the position, the location of the location settings, but we're not going to do that because it's going to be a lot, all the materials that we have. So it is better just to move it. Everything is going to change. We're going to see how it is going to change, of course. And we need to apply everything. I think that there's no need to apply, or there is, or we should apply. Maybe not, because if we'll see. Because if I don't apply, I think that we are not going to have problems with the details. Maybe if I apply, these are going to go back to the center. We'll see. So we're going to do that, and we bake, and with that we're going to follow the same strategy with the other one, with the windows, with the other doors. So the details are going to change. They are not going to be the same for all for example, the wood. That is a strategy, okay? And what else? And let's see how we're going to group all the our assets, our meshes, to try to save resources. I would like to have maybe the frame is also good. Yes, the frame is also. But I'm going to. Maybe three groups of image textures, okay? One for the wooden door with all the details. I think that's the best option. The frame with the metallic parts and the outer door. That's how I'm going to separate. And the wall, remember the wall, I'm not going to touch the wall until we have the final building. Okay, so let's get started because we don't have too much time. Okay, remember that on Friday we completed this part and we finished the lock set, the lock set from the security door. Now I'm going to check every asset that we created here, and I'm going to start looking for the details that we can change. Again, here, for example, we can do more things, like for example, here for example I think that we can draw something else here, but no, that's too much. We're not going to see that. I'm not going to paint something else here. That's for that's no, we don't have time to waste painting something that we're not going to see, and this is a small piece. Also, we can add dust. Maybe we should add dust or dirt. I think that I'm going to start adding that into the order. The thing is that I don't have like here a reference, like a dirty part in my house like this. I don't have, but I can imagine maybe we're going to check all the materials, okay? So by that we can start adding the instead of dirt, maybe we can start adding dust. Dust is the best the detail that we should have. Dirt we can add. I want to wait for dirt because maybe you can see that we have all the materials, right? But once we have the final building, but not even that, maybe by creating the scene for the render, then we'll find that we can add, for example, blood, dirt, those extra details. Those are going to be like extra details that are going to be needed for the final render, for the animation that we want to create. That's the thing. Okay, so let's go asset one by one. Okay, here let's check this one. Here I think that we don't need to add anything else. So we already save. Great, we're good to continue with this one. So here so the only extra detail I want to add here is maybe dust in these parts. That's the only thing. Here, I need to add those things. Where I added those? I didn't add those here. Let me see. Ah, okay, but I didn't add those there. No, I didn't add those there. Oh. I thought that I added, where I added those in the upper part? I don't remember. Those. No, I don't remember. I thought that I added the dust here. No. No. And of course, we're going to have dust here, but it is not necessary because we're not going to see. But for example, here, these parts, we should add some, a little bit more of dust. Okay, I'm going to use the softer. We'll see, because the thing is that I don't want to add too much dust, and remember that I am using my mouse. I don't have a pencil, so with a mouse is more difficult to play with pressure. Okay, so let's start with that. Let me select new. I'm going to use clouds. Let's see, noise. No, clouds. Let me use 0.5. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, this is a disaster. A ver, de nuevo. Let's do this again, okay? I forgot to press the symmetry. Okay, now let me save and see. Okay, like that. We have the dust right now. Now let's do the same here. Maybe we should paint a little bit more. This is, well, what do you say? I don't like how it is looking. It is like no. Let me try with noise. Ah, no, ahí borré todo. Let me try with a new. A ver, vamos con esto. Instead of clouds, let me try. No. Blend. No. No. Magic, no. Marble, no. Noise. Let me try with noise. Let me see. Let me see how this is looking, okay? We can use noise, but with noise we're going to have these little spots. No, maybe it doesn't make sense. What do you say? Let me try with another one. Ay, noise no cambia, ¿no? No puedo cambiar. Size 0.5, let me try with 0.15. We can try this one. 0.05. Clouds, soft. No, soft. Grayscale, of course. Blender original. Blender original. Let's leave it with Blender original. Nabla. What is this? Nabla, I don't know what it is. Now I don't know. Reset 0.03. Let's try this one. No, sí, estamos bien. Yeah. Let's check. I think that we can continue with this. We can continue painting more dust in these parts. Okay, let's do that. Now I'm going to delete everything here. If I add more dust here, I will be deleting this part. Let me check how this is looking, okay? Save. Yes, we can keep this. Look, the dust in these parts should be more. I'm going to use it. let's add more dust in these parts, especially here, in the ones that are they have a top view. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, those. I'm going to add dust to those parts. I'm going to change that a little bit later, okay? Okay, there. Ah, the other side. No, wait. What the hell? Hacemos. Este va acá. Ya. Y ahora este va acá. Ok, allá. Y supongo, ¿no? Okay, the three are this one, this one, this one, this one. That's more realistic. So let's continue adding details. I like it. Okay, we have those. Save. Let me continue trying to find. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfecto. Contra el otro. Continue with this one. Okay. Okay. two more here in this lower area, okay? Okay, we completed all the upper parts, the upper part face, the faces that are pointing to the top. All those areas here in the lower part we already completed. Now let's continue here. Okay, now here these parts. I think that I need to add those to all the details because we're going to have dust. The thing is, for example, dust, you can see here that in the wood is with this color like a little bit white, not white, but something similar to white. I am doing that to like show you the difference between dust and dirt. Dirt is going to be like black because of the mud and all those details, but dust is more like white because it is something that you can clean just easily, and all the dust particles are going to put over the faces that are like in the top view. And I want to add a little bit more of dust to the thing is, for example, I should add more dust to the whole piece. That is more accurate, I think. But if I do that, I'm going to maybe cover my details, my wood details. That's why I don't want to do it. Again, the thing here in 3D is try to create something similar to reality, not 100% sure similar to the real thing. No, we're not creating a copy. We are creating something that looks similar to that. And of course you may say, okay, but why you are adding here more dust? Because here makes sense that we have dust. Just take anything that maybe you didn't clean right now. and put past your finger, there you're going to have dust, and the dust is going to accumulate in the upper in faces that are like pointing up. And also here in these borders, things like that. Perfect. Let's go with this. Let me mark. It is easier to do it in that way. I'm going to mark that here, mark that here, mark here, mark here. Remember, only details that are going to face to the top, okay? To the top view. And that this is the last thing. Okay, now let's find here, for example. We're going to do this one by one, okay? So maybe today we can bake the, I don't know, let me see how many dust we need to add. Here, where I need to add, here we need Let me save just in case. I don't know what happened with Blender, but I understand that they have some bugs. There are some bugs that Blender needs to fix. I don't know, maybe in the new 5.2 version, those things are already fixed. The thing is that the bugs that I just had before these days, the first one was working in the sculpture that I'm doing in Kik, but I understand. For example, I was using bevel and subdivision, and I am trying to modify that, and then the app crashed multiple times. So I just deactivate the modifiers for a moment, made the modifications, and then activate them back, and everything worked in a normal way. And the other issue, it was that I was adding working on a pose for some characters, and then I was changing the pose and the app crashed too. I don't know, maybe it was because I didn't save the keyframes, and I was trying to save, go back, return, and all those things. Maybe made the app to crash. Oof, I like it. The dust now is here. It makes more sense. The only thing that maybe we should try to... no, I don't want to... Should I? No, I didn't... What I can do is... That's too much. But look, the only thing that I don't like, and we need to fix that, is look that contrast here. We have a lot of dust and here nothing. That's not good. I don't like that. Maybe it was a mistake to add too much dust. Let me try to fix it. Okay. What we can do is this. Space or dots. No, space. what we can do is maybe start to add regular. What? Why this? It is not working the smooth. Check. Hello, welcome. All this part is already completed. Let's do this a little bit faster. Yeah, campaigns. Oh, no, no. Yes, I'm going to leave it like that. We can continue trying to add more things, but I think that this is okay. Okay. Let me bring the other door so I can move this there, and then we can start changing all the settings. Okay. Let me deactivate all of these things that we are not going to use. I'm going to move this into one collection called references. Okay. Asset references. Okay. Okay, let me bring that here. File, append, buildings, house. Pardon, no. House, collection, frontal door. What? Jesus. Now I am going to delete all of these assets and only going to leave here the cube, the reference cube. Let me delete all of this. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, okay? So I can differentiate between this one and the other one. Apply scale always. Now let me activate this, and I am going to put my cube here, okay? Location and rotation, but in this case rotation is not going to do anything because the rotation is the same one, okay? But location is going to change. I am going to leave it like that. I am not going to apply. So I can deactivate and activate when I want, okay? Now let me see how my materials are going to look now that I change the position. To shading. Of course, let me put this transparent. Let me see. Okay, it changed a lot. I cannot say. Of course, this deactivate. Okay. I cannot say, but it changed. It changed. I cannot say the difference, but it changed. Okay, and we can try to add dust here too, but it's going to be too much. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work first on. I don't want to. Just continue working and then we'll see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, I like it. The only thing for wood is maybe these holes are too strong. And there should be smaller, but if I cannot change them, I'm going to leave it like that. Curve marks, kick marks, these are the ones, right? Yes, kick marks. So here what we can do here. Oh, no. 2 is good, 2 is good. No, I'm going to leave it like that. It's okay. If you want to change anything else, that's up to you, okay? I already have done my part of the work. Okay, let me save that there. It's one. We can see the dust like that. This is not good. I need to change this. I need to work a little bit more on the dust. This is definitely not good. Look at this. Oof. No, look at that. No. How can I fix this one? Let me see something. That's not good. What I did is not good. I need to find maybe, let me continue with the same texture with this one with clouds, and instead of black I'm going to put it white so I can start. But no. Blur is going to save. No, smooth. I want it smooth. Smooth is to. See if I can use this. Let me check this to see if save shading. Maybe a little bit better. Yes, the best thing that I can do is just smooth. That's the best thing that I can do right now. Let's continue smoothing. I'm going to work in the smooth here. know that I should duplicate the other image textures just in case. All of the work that we did today, it was not good. I should duplicate that image textures and then connect it here. This is a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to use this next. What we have to we have to paint dust here, to paint new textures. You know what, friends? It is still not, for me, I like this, but I don't like this part. The thing is, for example, maybe what we should add is more dust in these intersections. The thing is this: if I leave it like this, we should recreate everything again. There's nothing else to do. No, it's too much work. That is the only thing. We know that we have to shade. We know that we. Yeah, qué problema. Let me explain. Right now, what we have is this. We have the old version, right? Okay, we're good with that. The problem is that this old version is like we just take the old asset and we start to clean it. Just we took out all the dust that we have. That's the thing. That's how I look it. Because this is abandoned, and abandoned means with dust, especially in this part. That's why I like this, but now in these intersections it doesn't make sense. And also in these parts, if I have more dust, I should have more dust in these parts. That's the problem. For example, here I cannot see the dust. I see the dust in these parts. That's okay. Oof, lot of things. That's the problem, my friends. That's the problem. This makes sense because the dust, we should have dust here. Qué problema. Yes, it is like I decided to take the dirt and clean everything. Why I didn't create a copy for this image texture? Why I didn't create it? I have to do everything again. We have those two options, friends. We have those two options. We don't have more options. Qué problema. That's the problem. I think that I destroy all the nice details that I just had, and no, we need to decide what should we do. Right now the door is like this. Let me explain again because I think that I am not clear. Okay, right now what we have is this. Okay, the problem is that I wanted to make it a little bit more real, and by that it means dust in these upper parts. But by adding that dust here, that also means that it doesn't make sense to have too much dust here and the other borders no. It is something that doesn't make sense. So right now my door is like I go into the house and discover, maybe I am doing this wrong. Maybe there is another way to add dust. Just because, just imagine painting dust in everywhere. No, that's too much. That's not good. Right now the house is like that. I discovered this old house and I just start to clean it. But clean it, just take out all the dust. That it is not restoration, like I try to restore everything again. No. I just take out all the dust. That's how the door is looking right now. Because just imagine here the same thing, taking out all the dust or adding dust. No, maybe I am doing this wrong, so I need to redo this all over again. Why I didn't create a copy? That's why you should create copies. Ay, 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 ay. Qué problema. We need to do this again, the DOS details. It was my mistake, sorry, it was my mistake. I tried to make this better and I just destroyed what we had. No. That's a problem. So maybe tomorrow we have to redo that. I mean the dust, and I'm not going to touch this anymore. I just started to trying to add more details. It is good, it is fine. If you want to make to add more things, that's up to you. I am not going to do anything else. I just destroyed what I just had. It was it was looking really nice, and I just destroyed it. My fault. I need to return it, and the worst thing that I just did is I didn't save a copy. How can I didn't save a copy? When you do this kind of important changes, you need to create a copy. Always. Especially if you are like me testing things. What happens if it is not working like I just discovered that it is not working? My bad. I mean, it makes sense. It is good, but no. Let me return to the original one. Maybe the one thing that I can do is just try to add a little bit more of those. That's the only thing, but I think that I'm going to leave it just like it was before. I'm going to start working right now. Tomorrow we continue, okay? Sorry, let me go here. I select this one and this one, right? Look at this horrible thing. Okay, let's start fixing this. Oh, no. Get the hell out of here. We need to change here, and we need to change this here. Of course, we need to change that. And everything started because of this. I'm going to leave this. This one makes sense. That one I am not going to touch. No, why I didn't save a copy? I was so stupid. I knew it. How can I be so naive? That's when you should help me. I mean, in this kind of situations is where you should help me. And not let me alone taking these important decisions. You need to remind me, hey. If you're going to do something like that, remember that you need to create a copy just in case it doesn't work out. It doesn't work. Why is it work out? We're going to start fixing this, of course. Okay, let's go here. Fixed. Fixed. Let me raise again those parts. What should I do? What should I do? How can I didn't save this? To make this all over again. This part is looking over. Just stop crying and just fix everything. One by one, because I won't do this one by one. Okay, this part is fixed. We need here to do a lot of work. Ay, what I did. It was so stupid. Completely my fault. Yes, it's better this way. Okay, we're going to fix this tomorrow. We need to fix this. Well, a disaster. My fault. It is completely my fault. We lost 1 day because a stupid thing that I just did. We lost 1 day because of the stupid things that I just did. Okay, but we need to fix it. The damage is already done. We need to fix it. I mean, 2 days we're going to lose. Yes, because I should do something else today. 2 days we're going to lose. My fault. I wish I can do this off camera, but I need to do other things. That's why I do everything I do here with you. Okay, friends, so we're going to finish for today. Let me, I don't know, where can I start that in? Here. Okay, friends, so that's all for today. We're going to continue tomorrow. We need to fix that. It was a completely mistake what I did. Okay, but we need to fix it. We're going to fix that. What else? Please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below. You also can find me on Kick, Twitch. You can find me on François Sarko. I'm creating different projects there. My social media accounts on Instagram and TikTok. If you want, you can join the Discord server. I have all the links here in the YouTube page. If you want me to collaborate with the project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there, the social media accounts, the LinkedIn page. You can create a project now and say trade and some message there too. If you want to support my work, also you can go to You can give subs, super chats, super thanks. You can contribute with the goal that I do every streaming, that is just one single super chat, and I will deliver one of these PBR materials with you all. What else? We'll have memberships, and even better, if you want to help me also, if you want assets for your games and animations, you can visit my Turbo Squid store. Here you'll find low poly and high poly assets. If you want sculptures for 3D printing, you have Goals 3D, my profile here. You're going to find a lot of characters from different shows, from different franchises here. Also, if you want a third option, you have CG Trader. Here you'll find my sculptures, my assets, and exclusive low poly environments like this one that you can adapt for your games, like Unreal, Blender, for Unity, I don't know, anything that you want. Yes, and that's all. So tomorrow we have to continue. In a few minutes, if nothing happens, we have Kick. We're going to continue with our character, okay? So that's all. Thanks for coming. Please remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.